So when you guys are first getting started, and say this was 2 to 3 years ago, the 360 booth on the Google search engine was trending like crazy. There was an increase in search by like 900%. So right away, I knew that it's a good time to own a 360 booth. So I started with the 360 booth. I was booked like crazy, and then I bought a second 360 booth. And then one of my struggles was finding really good help, because it got to a point where I owned three 360 booths, a total three booths, but I didn't have enough people to man those 360 booths. It was very difficult for me to find people who can carry it because it's heavy. And it was difficult for me to find people with the proper vehicle to store the stanchions, the 360, the props, the table, and everything. The 360 is very bulky. And all of my 360 booths are 100 centimeters. I'm sure you guys probably own a similar size, maybe larger. And 3 years fast forward to like now, for example, I've noticed the 360 service has been extremely competitive and also saturated. So if you guys go on your phones right now and type in 360 photo booth rental on your maps, you guys will see a few people pop up. Maybe some places are going to have more competition than other places, right? The demographics. And it's very challenging to market your business as a 360 production provider when there's a ton of competition and they're really dropping their prices low, because then you have to get really creative with your marketing. You have to get really creative with your wording. You have to get really creative with the way you try to close these leads so that you guys can start actually closing, some of those inquiries and converting them into bookings, knowing that you're not the cheapest around your area. And I went through that struggle myself, which is why I wanted to put this live here together. And so, guys, as you're, growing your business, you're scaling your business, I want you guys to factor in the amount of competition in your area. That's very, very important, because we want to know their pricing. We want to know how strong of a Google profile they have. And so if we acquire that information, then we'll know more or less how much work we have to do to start closing some leads. So DJ Randy writes here, yeah, I got my second 360 booth last month.